All right, David here with Better Story Marketing. I'm going to do a walkthrough today of the Business Coach brand pack that is part of our larger coaching bundle that includes brand packs for career coaches, business coaches, leadership coaches, and life coaches. Because what we found as we've helped coaches like yourself launch and grow their businesses is a lot of times people have crossover. They do some leadership and business coaching. They're doing some career and life coaching or career and business coaching, whatever. I've had a lot of folks say, hey, I do these two. Which bundle should I buy? And in the past, I was just like, hey, just pick which one's closest. I'll hook you up with the other one for free. It doesn't matter. And so instead, what we've done is I've actually bundled all four of those together so that you get 4 times the resources to grow and especially even expand your business over time. But let's take a look at what is actually in a brand pack. So right now we're walking through the business coaching brand pack, and I'm going to walk through both what comes as part of the brand pack content wise, but also what comes as part of your marketing OS technology wise to make it all work together. Because your brand packs, they come ready to use, fully done for you, but also fully customizable. So they're done. You don't have to create them. They're ready for you to use, but you also can tweak them. You can add your own touch to it to make it your own. Now, again, I'm just going to walk through this because you can see there's a bunch of stuff over here on the left. There's even more in settings over here. Or even if I click on any one of these, like if I click here on marketing, all of a sudden now there's a whole bunch more menu items up here. So I'm not going to cover everything. That would make this video way too long. And when you sign up for your brand pack, you get access to this onboarding guide that each one of these actually is a video and guide to help you get everything set up, gives you links to all of your resources. So you get all of that as you sign up and get in here. So this is just kind of an overview. Okay, so talking about an overview, let's start with the essentials of marketing, because this is really what a brand pack does, is it gives you the marketing essentials, the essentials to get found, to get booked, and to get paid. If you get those 3 right, you have a business. You get to start launching and growing your business. Now, let's talk about found. All right, we're already here on Social Planner. This is one of the key tools in here. You can connect any one of these different social platforms in here, and then you can schedule across those different platforms. You can schedule different posts for different platforms. You can have one post that posts to multiple platforms. You can book out into the future. So this allows you to kind of batch and go, okay, what's all my content for this month? Get it all sorted, get it posted, and then you're done, or get it scheduled. Now, you may say, I don't want to create a whole bunch of content. That feels overwhelming. Well, we've got you covered. Each brand pack comes with 52 posts, complete with each post having its own, all of the captions and stuff figured out for you. So you don't have to create these. These are all done for you as part of your brand pack, and you get to access those right here. You get it as a template. So if you want to tweak any of them, you can. They're done, they're ready to use, but they're also customizable. Now, and like I said, since you get 4 brand packs, you get over 200 post templates for you to use. That maybe you like some of the style of the leadership coach one, but you're doing business coaching. Well, that's great. Just get in there and change it. Okay, so that's social media. Now let's talk about your websites. We'll talk about funnels here in a minute. But your websites, again, you can see there is a template for each, or not a template, there's an actual website for each of the brand packs that are available to you. So here's your business one. Now again, it's ready to use, but unless that happens to be you and you don't have a name, you're probably going to want to update this. But it's really easy. You just come in and you update it. Now, one other element I want to show you in here is that we skipped over real quick is these funnels. Now, each coaching style that's part of the bundle has a set of funnels, and these are for you to use throughout the year. Now, you don't have to use this one in Q1 and this one in Q2. We've just seen some best practices, and so we built both landing pages and automations to go with them. So let's look at this Q1 one, just so you kind of get an idea. So this one, you can see here, it's helping people unlock their potential. It's a growth plan. It's kind of for the beginning of the year. Hey, let's get your plan done for the year. So this is something that you can send out. It lets them book, and you can deliver value. And so these are different promotionals that you can highlight throughout the year. All right, we talked a little bit about, just a little, there's a lot more in there, but about how do we get found. Now, what about getting booked? Actually, so let's go back here to the homepage. Part of getting booked is just here. You click schedule an explore session, and it takes you to a calendar that is linked to your calendar, whether it's on Google or iCal or Outlook, whatever, and someone can pick a time and book with you. Makes it really easy. No more emailing back and forth about best times. You get some of their info. You can always, again, ready to use, good to go, fully customizable. You can come in here and change these if you want. Okay, also, another way, maybe someone isn't ready to book. Maybe they're not ready to hire you, but that's why we include this lead generator. 8 mistakes that every small business must avoid. So each of the brand packs comes with a unique lead generator. You can see this one here. This is what the PDF that they get. And again, already done for you, but you'll get this as a template right here. So you can edit it if you want to make some tweaks, if it's maybe not your colors or you want to change one of the tips, you can totally do that. And then you just upload it into the system and it's the PDF that people get. So we've already designed this. So when someone puts their info in, they get that. And what's cool is we have these great automations. So let's jump in here, look at the business coach one. We're going to take a look at the, let's see, where is it? There's my little alarm going off. Gotta love that. Let's see. All right, so yes, in here you can see we'll go to email automations. And this automation, now we have the sales sequence for the download. We also have a long-term nurture. I'll come back to this one in a second. But you can see we've already built this out for you. So when somebody fills out that form that I was just showing you over here, it's going to begin delivering. Well, at first it'll deliver this PDF to them, and then it'll continue to sell. So it will send, like this email that talks about the challenges that business owners face. Like, hey, do you still love your business? And really kind of helping them see like, hey, I want my business to succeed, but I might need some guidance. Each one of these is designed to highlight expertise as a business coach. Now, this customer testimonial one, you'll probably want to update that. There's already one written, but you probably want one of your own clients as a testimonial. But all of these are trying to drive that lead to book a call for you. Again, this is how we help you get booked. The other thing, say they don't book a call. Then they slide into your nurture workflow. And this is a year-long workflow, a year's worth of emails already written for you. And so they just get nurtured all along the way. And each time they're getting just value, like good business coaching tips. Again, you can change each of these, but again, these emails, they're already written and ready to use. Now, let me show you something in here. It's going to look a little funny. You're going to be like, what is all this? So these are some basically like variables in here. And when you change this, the reason we set it as a variable is say, right now, you're doing, this growth plan promotional. Well, you put the title and the text and the schedule your growth plan. And then every email that goes out until you change that will be pushing towards that promotional. Now say you have a different promotional. So it's just kind of whatever the current promo is goes in here and it just kind of automatically fills in. You'll notice here, this automatically fills in your first name. So again, you don't have to, or their first name, not your first name. Your first name comes down here, as does your business name. So you can see a lot of the stuff, we're using these different variables so that when you set up your account, you don't have to go through and edit a whole bunch of emails or edit a bunch of other elements on the sites. Same thing with your logo. All of that gets added into these things when you set up your account. We tried to make it as easy as possible to do that customization. All right. We talked about the lead gen and the automations, showed you how the calendar works, and you can sync that calendar, like I said, with any of your different calendar types. You can also let it look at other calendars. So say you have a work calendar, you have a personal calendar. Well, you don't want work meetings to book over personal events. So you can actually have it book on the business calendar but look at your personal calendar to actually see when you're free. It's really powerful. I love it. It makes my life so much simpler. I use this same marketing OS to run my business, and I have for quite a while. All right, let's talk real quick before we move on to from found to booked to sold and to paid. Let's look at these AI agents. So this is something, there's actually a lot of different AI tools in here, but two I want to highlight is the voice AI and conversational AI. This voice AI, it acts basically as a answering service. Now, don't think like press 1 for coaching help, press 2, blah, blah, blah. No, it talks to you like a human. And so if you're not able to answer the phone when it calls, say you're in a session, you're meeting with somebody, and somebody calls, they can triage that incoming call. The agent can even see your calendar, and if they're trying to book a discovery call with you, it can schedule that. It can send them the link, or it can say, okay, hey, here's some free times on Thursday. Do any of those work for you? If they say yes, it'll ask them for their info and it'll book them. And they'll then get put automatically into the automation that sends them reminders and things like that again is already built for you in here. So this voice AI, super powerful. It's like adding a member to your team that doesn't need to get paid and doesn't take days off and doesn't sleep. So you can even change this to you get the phone calls during the day, and if someone ever calls you, say after a certain time that you don't want to answer the phone, it just goes here. Same thing, conversation AI. This is, you can set up a chat agent to use on your website or on those different funnel pages that I showed you. So these are some more of the tools in your toolbox so that you can get not just found, but also booked. Okay, now let's talk about paid, because if you don't get paid, your business doesn't hang around super long. All right, there's a lot of cool ways that you can get paid here. You can set up subscriptions. This is a super popular one for coaches because you want to get people on an ongoing subscription. You can also set it up, though, for where people pay by meeting. Like there within the calendar features, you can set a payment amount. So say you're like, hey, yeah, you can schedule whenever you want. It's just $200 a session or something like that. You can do it that way. Or you can set people up on a retainer through subscriptions. You can do invoices, you can do estimates, you can do proposals, you can do contracts, you can do all of these different things. You can set up products for the different things you offer and then send one-off payment links. You can set up coupon codes. Ton of stuff in here. So, as I'm going through this, you notice you don't need something like Calendly anymore. You don't need something like Squarespace anymore because we got your website. You don't need something like MailChimp anymore. You don't need something like PandaDocs anymore. You don't even need something to process your payments anymore. You've got all of it here. You don't need something to schedule your social media or some AI, voice agent tool. You've got all of that in here. You even got a whole ton of other stuff that I didn't walk through. In here, you can set up memberships. You can set up affiliate programs, a whole lot more. One more thing that I will cover beyond the found, booked, and paid is the pipeline feature. So let's take a look here at opportunities. When someone comes into your pipeline, they're going to get, when they download the PDF, they're going to get dropped into this lead category. Then they're going to move here if they schedule an explore session. And you can, there's some places where they'll get automatically moved through. Some of them you manually move through. I'll explain more of that in the opportunities and pipeline guide. But you can see in here too, there's a pipeline there's two pipelines actually for each coaching type. And again, depending on what you do, you just kind of pick the one that you want. You can also, you can come over here and you can edit any of those pipelines. And all of these people, they show up here in contacts. Now we don't have anyone in here, but this kind of serves as your CRM. Another thing you don't need a CRM. So you already got it here. All right, that's a quick walkthrough of our brand packs and our coaching brand pack bundle that is designed for you. It is ready to use, but it's fully customizable so that you can get found, booked, and paid. Hope that was super helpful. If you've got any questions, just reach out to me. I want to help you design, launch, and grow your coaching business.